Hi there, it's Niall from H4TT. Today's lesson is for P6 and 7 and it's all about groups of numbers. So learn it, try to learn every little bit of it, and then we will test on the Friday. I know it's Easter Tuesday, but give it a go. If I can be of help, no, wrong side, that way. Google Classroom, there are further resources to help you with this particular lesson. Make sure you go on there for further help. If I can give you any more assistance, just message me, Facebook me. Bye for now.
So, key number groups and times tables for P6 and P7. Let's look at the four number groups. We have square numbers, cube numbers, triangular numbers and prime numbers. We will learn these today and then test our understanding on Friday at 4 p.m. So number 1, square numbers. What is a square number? Well, a square number is a number that's multiplied by itself. For example, 2 squared is 2 multiplied by 2. 4 squared is 4 multiplied by 4. Notice the small 2 above the big number. That tells us it's a square number. And because we're measuring in centimetres, our answer has a little 2 above the centimetres as well. So 2 squared is 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4 centimetres squared. We must know and have to learn off all the square numbers from 1 to 12. So 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, all the way to 12 squared. If we look at 10 squared, that's 10 multiplied by 10, which is 100. 5 squared is 5 multiplied by 5, which is 25. Quite easy, but let's look at a question. 96 divided by 2 squared. Well, 2 squared is 4. So look at the question again, 96 divided by 4. If we know our 4 times tables, it's quite easy, or we can do the bus stop method. 96 divided by 4 is 24. Question 2. If x equals 6, y equals 7 and z equals 8, what's the answer to the following 2 questions? This is called algebra. Pause the video if you want to try for yourself. X squared, well, we can see x is 6, so 6 squared is 36, and y is 7, so 36 plus 7 is 43. Z is 8, 8 squared is 64. Square numbers using algebra. Times tables and square numbers are quite similar. Have a look at the pattern, all the way from top left down to the bottom right. Number 2, cube numbers. What is a cube number? Well, a cube number is a number multiplied by itself, then multiplied again. Please don't get mistaken that a cube number is a number multiplied by 3. It's not. It's a number multiplied by itself, then multiplied again. In this example, 2 cubed is 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. You have to know all the cube numbers from 1 to 5. Yes, only 1 to 5. 1 cubed, 2 cubed, 3 cubed, 4 cubed and 5 cubed. Let's look at a question. 64 divided by 2 cubed. Well, 2 cubed we can see is 8. We can do the bus stop method, but we know our 8 times tables. How many 8s are in 64? Well, 8 8s are 64, so the answer is 8. Number 3, triangular numbers. Quite a bit more tricky, this one. But a triangular number are simply the number of dots in each pattern of numbers that form an equilateral triangle. They're just a pattern of numbers you have to know, and we have to learn off pattern numbers from 1 to 10. Pattern number 1 has 1 dot, pattern number 2 has 3 dots because you add 2, pattern number 3 you add 3, pattern number 4 you add 4, and so on. Question 1, what is the 9th triangular number? Well, we see 8 is 36, so we just add 9, which is 45. Question 2. What is the pattern of 7? Well, we see 6 is 21, so add another 7 to that, because that's what's missing, is 28. We must learn all the patterns from 1 to 10. And finally, question 3. What's the pattern for shape 10? Can you remember? The answer is 55. And finally, prime numbers. Number 4, prime numbers. Prime numbers are special numbers that can only be divided by themselves and 1. So 19, for example, is a prime number because it can only be divided by 1 and 19. But 9 is not a prime number because 9 can be divided by 3 as well as 1 and 9. There are 3 important facts. 1 is not a prime number. The number 1 is not a prime number. 2 is the first prime number and it's the only even number. And all other numbers are odd, except for number 2, which we've just said. And lastly, the 9 times tables, my favourite of all the times tables. I'd like you to learn these and know them really, really well. Tip 1 for the 9 times tables is that most of the answers add up to 9. So 9 2s are 18, 18, 1 and 8 is 9, 9 3s are 27, 2 and 7 is 9. The other tip that I love to see is that 9 3s is the number before, 9 4s is the number before. So 9 4s are 30 something, 9 5s are 40 something. So there you are, square numbers, cube numbers, triangular numbers, prime numbers and the lovely 9 times tables. Learn them off and we'll test at 4 p.m. on Friday. Don't forget the Google Classroom. Log on there for further resources, especially about these 4 key numbers. That's me. All the best. Bye for now.